What's going on YouTube? This is MSB, and today we're going to be talking about my primary camera and my primary lens that I use for photography and my music videos. So I'm trying not to make this video too long. It was some things that I wanted to talk about in this video, but I decided to take it out because it was just going to make this video too lengthy. I want to try to keep it under 5 minutes or less. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it, man. So what camera do I shoot with in 2021? So right now I'm currently shooting on the Sony a6500. This camera will run you about, I believe, like $1,300 on Amazon. You can get this camera used for probably about $800–900, and I'll be sure to drop a link to the camera where you can go to Amazon. I'll drop an Amazon link in the description so you can, add it to your cart and either purchase it or just know how much you're gonna need to save up and hey, get to work and make it happen. Let's go ahead and start with the Sony a6500. So I'm gonna give you a few reasons as to why I love the a6500, why I still use it, why haven't I upgraded yet. The first thing I love about the a6500 that the camera is very, very lightweight and it's very small and compact. The a65 is so small that if you take the lens away from the camera, you can actually put the camera in your pocket and you can carry the lens in your hand. Honestly, that's how small and lightweight the Sony a6500, and that's really one of the main reasons why I love using the Sony a6500. Alright, so the second thing that I like in the Sony a6500 is the quality. So at 24 frames per second in the Sony a6500, you can get 4K quality. Now as far as your slow-mo, 60 frames, 120, you will get 1080p. But with a good lens, 1080p footage can look like 4K, and it's crazy, but it's really true. Another reason why I actually, love it, because of the quality. I feel like, man, with a good lens, man, I feel like you could really compete with some people that shoot with the red, and that's just my personal opinion. At the medium range, lower level reds, I feel like the Sony a65 could actually match up very well. The third thing that I like about it is the autofocus. The autofocus on the Sony a6500 is pretty reliable. That's one thing that I definitely love about the Sony a6500. It is pretty reliable. Autofocus is important, especially when it comes to photography. Music videos, it's important too, but you can still manual focus when it comes to music videos, but autofocus all around is very important to have. Alright, so the fourth thing that I like about the Sony a65 is the low light capabilities of this camera. Once again, paired with a good lens, you will get some great low light footage out of this camera. When I first got this camera, I spent all my money on just trying to get my stabilizers, my computer, and my camera, and I didn't have the bread to get lighting or anything, any type of lights. Aperture 120Ds, they start at like $800 and they go up. The stereo tubes like 3K, 4K, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has that type of bread when you first starting and investing into your business, unless you just, some people have it, but most of us don't have it like that. We got to work our way up to that level, and you begin to appreciate that process as well. But when I first started, I didn't have the bread to get lights, the lights that I wanted. So I needed a camera that was going to kind of provide, be durable in low light situations, and that's why I chose the Sony a6500. I think this is one of the deal breakers that actually made me get the Sony a6500, because it was good in low light situations, and that's why I have it now, and that's why I still use it, because I find myself in low light situations till this day where I can't bring the 120D or I can't bring my portable lights, and I just decided, hey, let me go ahead and just set up, the Sony a65, and you can go past 4000 ISO on the a65 and still get some good quality footage out of it. So that's like the fourth reason as to why I love the Sony a65. The Sony a65, one of the things that I don't like about the Sony a65 is the fact that the screen doesn't tilt out. It only goes up and down. So it makes vlogging a little bit harder. You would have to actually vlog without seeing what's going on. So I mean, we can make it work at the end of the day, but it's always good to see what's going on just to make sure everything is in focus and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons, just a quick reason. The second reason is, man, I really want 4K slow-mo. I know my homie, he shoot with the GH5 and it has 4K slow-mo, and that shit is clean. Like, I love it. That's another thing that I hate, but at the end of the day, with a good lens, you can make your 1080p look like 4K. Now, the third thing about the Sony a65 that I do not like is the battery life. I feel like the battery life could have been better, but it's not the worst at the same time. So a6500, you can get about 45 minutes of good footage before you need to replace the batteries. I own 6 batteries for the Sony a6500, but on the average, I only use about 2 batteries. Most of my shoots, to be honest, I only use 1 battery. As you continue to grow and as you continue to level up, you become more conscious of your time, and you don't don't allow clients to waste your time. It's like, hey, we need to do this, you know, get it all over with. So just stay on your clients about time, and you know, you conserve batteries like that. Now, of course, on longer productions, that's why I tend to have 6 batteries, because when I'm shooting like music videos that have a storyline in them, those videos take a lot longer. You're probably gonna run through 2 batteries just shooting the storyline itself, not even the actual music video, just shooting the storyline. So that's why I have 6 batteries, because I have directed a couple videos where I had storylines in them, and those type of videos take a long time to actually shoot. So that's the third reason about the Sony a65. Other than that, who would I recommend this camera to? Who would the Sony a6500 be perfect for? The Sony a6500 would be perfect for somebody that is getting into photography and music videos, and it's a camera that you can stay with and grow with. It's still things that I haven't even mastered yet on this camera, and I'm still getting better at with my 2 years of using this camera. So that's who I recommend this camera for, is beginners. I definitely do recommend this camera from, let's say for instance, you got a Canon Rebel T6 and you shooting music videos on that. If your next upgrade, I would recommend you get the Sony a6500. It's not too big of a gap between the price of the T6 and the Sony a6500. It's not a big price gap. I say probably like $1,000, if that. You can always get cameras used. I have no issue buying a used camera. Who I don't recommend this camera for, I do not recommend this camera for vloggers, only due to the fact that the screen doesn't tilt out. Now, if you're comfortable with putting it on autofocus and setting it, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, pointing the camera at you and not sure, you know, not being able to see, you know, then hey, go ahead and go all for it, you know. So, but you definitely can, if you can get your hands on it, hey, go ahead and get your hands on it. And yeah, man, that's pretty much about it.